All right, grab your favorite berry. I've got myself some white tea today and get ready for my balancing of the shelves. If you're new here, hi, my name is Cece. In balancing the shelves, we look at how many books are physically coming into my home versus how many are going out. I need to have books moving out because if you're following my channel, you might already know I'm planning to move into a van and I obviously cannot take all my 400 books that I own with me. I got that idea from the lovely Drinking by Michelle, link down below. If you don't know her yet, go check out her channel. It's amazing, and she has a very similar thing. While she's looking at all books and balancing it out, I only look at the physical copies. Let's see what moved in December. The first book that moved in December is Titanic by Brandon Sanderson. Did it move in December? Did it move in? I think it might have moved in end of November, but I haven't seen. I think I haven't hauled it yet. In November, it lay here because I wasn't getting to it and I opened it up in December, so I'm just counting it now. Super stoked for this, super stoked to continue the Brando Sando sci-fi YA a series. Loved Skyward so far, and it's going straight on my TBR shelf. We might have a few that do that, and we're balancing that out with another Brando Sando. This is the Arcanum Unbounded, where we have all the like short stories and stuff. I have a different copy. I like the white, I think it's the UK cover. I like that copy a lot more. I just like the look of it, and so I have it twice. Why? I don't know. Bye. We have this little package and I already opened it up, so I don't need to do that on camera. And inside is the Dawn Chart by Brandon Sanderson and Rhythm of War, which I'm so excited to get to. Need to keep this package because this is also a traveling book, so somebody has read this before me, I think. We have Annie and Sophia who have read this before me. I love the traveling book project group where we all write in different pen and then you get to read it with comments from other people, and it's just so amazing. And that got accompanied by Dawn Chart. I didn't put Dawn Chart on my TBR this month. That's bad. We are balancing those two out. To Brandon Sanderson, these are the Oathbringer Part 1 and Rhythm of War Part 1 in German. I got them sent as a review copy and I will hold them up in a video or something potentially. After reading, I don't need them anymore and I'm probably gonna put them into a free library for other people to enjoy, although having a book that late in a series in a free library feels a little bit mean and teasing. And by the way, this copy, I do need to show you this. First of all, I love this cover. I just said that I enjoy these like white covers a lot more, but these German covers, they're gorgeous too. I prefer them much, much more to the like mass paperback ones. But aside from that, there's all the art in here. The map, the art. Look at these drawings. I love that they do that. There's like additional art in here as well that I don't have in the other copy. But do I have the... Where are the Echelon drawings? Still have them in here as well. Okay, beautiful, beautiful copy. I don't need to keep the German copy. No reason for it. Bye and bye. Once Upon a Book Club. This is the only subscription box that I'm still getting. I love this box. It comes with a book and gifts that you get to open when you get to a certain page. And I kind of love their selection. It kind of pushes me a little bit out of my comfort zone at times. And it doesn't always hit perfectly, but oftentimes it's a very good surprise. They always have a postcard with a quote from the book, a little bit like this. There's a signed book plate, a bookmark, and there's like a discussion or like a bread recipe. And this is how awesome they're packaged as well. And we have We Are Not Like Them, and a very, very colorful cover. Powerful story about friendship, race, love, forgiveness, and justice, and the stunning ways they intersect. Empathetic, riveting, and authentic. A timely, evocative read about what tests us as friends, partners, and ultimately as humans that will have you rethinking your own perspectives and experiences. That's what I'm here for. Told from alternating perspectives, We Are Not Like Them is a riveting and compassionate novel about the lifelong bond between two women, one black and one white, whose friendship is indelibly altered by a tragic event. Okay, not going any further into this, but it sounds interesting, and this also is going straight on my TBR. And I am balancing that out. Lisa Jewell, The Night She Disappeared disappeared, which is the book club book of the last month. I read it, I enjoyed it, and we had some amazing gifts in here. One of the gifts was a reading journal. I love that it's like this A4 format. It is quite cute and it's very simplistic. It has a monthly review and then it has full page book reviews. I like. It's just right for me. So far in the past, I've struggled with keeping a book reading journal for several different reasons. For example, also the TBR for a month usually was way too short for my elaborate TBRs. This one is just a list in the beginning. This one feels right for me. Not too many things that I don't want, so I'm gonna try using this again. So that's cool. But this one's moving out. Bye-bye. Also in this box, one of the gifts was Hidden by Fern Michael. First in a new series, a lost and found novel. Know nothing about it. I'm assuming mystery thriller, but I have no idea if this is going to be something for me or not. But it moves in because it came in the box. Not gonna go in my January TBR. But we do have to balance that out with Rain the Earth. I loved. There's so much that I just loved about this. So much. One of my favorite books when I started out BookTube, because there were a few scenes that I adored. I don't know if it would still hold up after reading, instead of 24 books a month, reading 200 books a month, a year. Now my reading has changed from 24 books a year to 200 books a year. I don't know if it would hold up as much, but I did fully enjoy the second one as well. I don't love it enough to want to keep it, so somebody else can enjoy it. Bye. Next, I got in my advent calendar, I got the book Beloved by Toni Morrison, and I am hoping that this is exactly my reading taste. It does sound like it is. A masterwork, wonderful. I can't imagine American literature without it. Proud and beautiful, she escaped from slavery but is haunted by its heritage, from the fires of the flesh to the heartbreaking challenges to the spirit. Set in rural Ohio several years after the Civil War, this profoundly affecting chronicle of slavery and its aftermath is Toni Morrison's greatest novel, a dazzling achievement and a spellbinding reading achievement. So yeah, this is absolutely my reading taste, and it's going on not my January TBR, but in my shelf. I am balancing that out with Other Earth. I read Other Earth last month. I enjoyed it, but it's me, it's not the book. And I still need to see if did I film the review? I don't remember. I read so many books at the end of December and I did not film reviews for every single thing because it just went bam, 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 bam. So I need to check if I did talk about it, but it was me, it was not the book. Bye. And then we get to the packages that are still closed and were waiting for me when I got back. This is a traveling book. And that is the second in an absolutely remarkable thing. I really enjoyed it. This is the second. I think I'm starting it, am I? Yep. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I completely forgot to put it on my January TBR. This is going to be read in February. I'm balancing that out with the book that goes back to the person who... This book is owned by the person who sent me this. And that is 1Q84 by Haruki Murakami, which is probably the best Haruki Murakami that I've read. I understand the praise. I understand why people love it. It's just not for me. I'm not a magical realism type, but this one was done so well and so intriguingly that I was hooked and I really enjoyed it. It's moving out. Bye. With that, I'm also unhauling my copies because this was a combined copy and I have purchased this in a big book haul, like an Amazon book haul, when these were really cheap. And I really liked this edition, but I've read it. I have no reason to keep it. It wasn't that good that it's going to be one of my favorites. I still really enjoy this edition. It's unread because I obviously read the copy that was sent to me, so somebody else gets to enjoy brand new books. And because it's in this box, I can throw it without it breaking. Bye-bye. Next, this is from person who did my advent calendar, so this might be the last one. Yep, it was delayed and she wasn't able to send it to me for in time for the 24th, which is no problem. So we are checking it out right now here. So what's the one that they got me. Ceremony. Oh, this rings a bell. This rings a bell. Why does it ring a bell? Was this on the reading list for the Spilling Tea book club? When I haven't joined? And it is read with a lot of comments, which I love. Ooh, somebody annotated this for school or something. This is really cool. Where have I seen this? Tell me, do you enjoy books with that other people have annotated? This isn't like super colorful or something. It's still very, very readable. Some things are underlined, but it's all in pencil, so it's not distracting. This is really cool. Okay, so what did she write? Hi, Cece. I currently don't have much luck when I buy used books. The first one was a catastrophe, even though it was labeled as good. Yeah, have you noticed that sometimes, like, the way that people describe the condition of a book is so different, and what people consider good, other people, usually readers, would consider not okay. And like old library books, yellow pages, torn covers and everything, and then you consider it in good condition, and then sometimes you get something in good condition and it looks completely brand new. This one looks good, and books in which somebody has written is nothing unusual for us, because the advent calendar was done by 2 people by the Traveling Book Project. And yes, that is correct. I love that people have written in it, so that's perfect. I just need to figure out, where have I seen Ceremony? I'm pretty sure that it was on the list for a book club, and I have skipped it for some reason. Maybe because I couldn't get my hands on it. Hayo, a young Native American, has been a prisoner of the Japanese during World War II, and the horrors of captivity have almost eroded his will to survive. His return to the Laguna Pueblo reservation only increases his feeling of estrangement and alienation. While other returning soldiers find easy refuge in alcohol and senseless violence, Tayo searches for another kind of comfort and resolution. Tayo's quest leads him back to the Indian past and its traditions, to beliefs about witchcraft and evil, and to the ancient stories of his people. The search itself becomes a ritual, a curative ceremony that defeats the most virulent of afflictions, despair. So we are balancing that out with The Mountain Sings. This is the German version. Got it as a review copy, and I thought I would love it, but I did not, and I'm sorry about it. And it still looks in really good condition, which is pretty cool. So yeah, goodbye. Okay, and this is the last book that I'm hauling this month, and I know exactly what's in here. I just ordered this book specifically for my January TBR. I was thinking about, do I want to read this or not? I've seen a lot of people hype it. I feel like I might enjoy it. It might bring my love for vampires back. I loved reading vampire stories when I was 20. And I cannot get back into it, especially not like paranormal romance. But I kind of want to get into a real... I don't want gore, I don't want horror, but I want dark. I want dark fantasy. And I am hoping this will give me that dark fantasy. And it's a beautiful... Some of Jay Kristoff's work I love. Some of his work I thought was okay. Some of his work I did not like as much, or I found overrated or something. But overall, I have very high hopes for this. And I'm buddy reading this with Jen, which is an additional plus. And gosh, this is a gorgeous cover. And it has a snake on it! Sorry. I just realized it has a snake on it, which is a prompt for a readathon that I'm doing in January, and that I thought I could not fulfill, but it has a snake on it. So this is going straight on my TBR. All right, and I am balancing that out with a romance book that I've read in December. Yes, I've read romance, and yes, I've actually enjoyed it. The Upside of Falling, really cutesy story. I actually have a copy with a signed book plate. And is this a letter from the author? No. Jelly. Ooh, it's a Jelly Belts recipe. The Jelly Belts is like a pastry in the book. Oh, that is very near and dear to people in the book. And I love that they put a recipe in here. Must have come in a subscription box because otherwise I would have never picked it up. It's a very straightforward romance, very straightforward. And I very much enjoyed it. I am talking about it in my vlog, which I'm trying to get edited by the end of January and released. It's the second trip on the fairy tale route. But for now, bye-bye. That removed the book plate. Let me fix that. Don't want to lose the book plate for the next person to own it. Okay, I have 3 more books that are leaving my home, and I am hoping I have a lot more books that are leaving my home in February for the January Balancing the Shelves. I don't have that many physical copies on my TBR this month compared to other months. I have a lot of like ebooks or books that I might still have to get from the library. So just from reading, I might not be able to unhaul a lot, but I will be tackling over the next couple of days my TBR and seeing if I can remove anything from it. And I want to know, do you want to see a TBR like bookshelf tour with the books that I am going to keep and that I'm still going to try and read as soon as possible before I'm gonna hit the road? I have no idea what to do with my books after I hit the road. Anywho, I am also unhauling these 3 books from Twinkle with Love. Attempted to read it in December. I couldn't really like connect. It was okay. The Potion Diaries I loved when I read it back then. It was on my shelf of books to keep, but I don't know. I pretty much mostly kept it because I love the cover, and that is ridiculous. Bye. And this one is a similar story to the very beginning of the video. I do want to keep my Brando Sendo, not this copy. So goodbye and goodbye. And this is it. We've successfully balanced the shelf again. We haven't bought that many books this month. See you again on my channel really soon. Until then, bye.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving